So this is part three of the interview with Haley Ramirez, and last video we talked about ideas and succeed. So Haley, what do you do to generate new ideas?
I definitely look at the trends that are going on at that time. Because when it comes to making your own products, you have to look at what people are getting and looking at so that you can, kind of hop onto the trend so that they can buy and get more customers. Also, when making your own lip gloss, you have to see what looks good in what season. So, like, for example, in winter, you look for stuff that, things that match your taste.
Okay. Um. So how far are you willing to go to succeed?
I think I'd go as far as moving away. And I know I'd be leaving some people behind, but if I see that the business is going good, I would take that risk and leave.
Okay. And what is your greatest fear? And with that, how do you manage the fear?
Um, I'd have to say my greatest fear would be taking a risk that's way too big and it potentially putting my business in danger. And even though a skill that you need is to be a risk taker, you should also not, that doesn't mean being careless, and you should still be cautious with your decisions. And although I still take risks, I always make sure that I'm cautious with what I'm doing.
That's a really good idea. And so, what um, what are your ideals for the business? What ideas do you have for the business? What do you want to do in the future, maybe?
Like I mentioned before, at the moment I'm working from home. I guess you could call that my store.
Mm-hmm.
But I sell online, but I for sure have a goal of, if I see that my business takes off more than it is right now, I would like to open maybe a little store and like a little, and run it with my friend who also is in the business. She co bosses everything. So yeah, I would definitely see myself opening a store if it's worth it, and yeah.
Okay. And who has been your greatest inspiration?
My best friend and my family, they've been supportive throughout actually everything. My mom sometimes will be getting orders and she'll just come in and help me package if I have a deadline to turn something in. So they're definitely always there for me when I need them. So I'm actually really grateful for that.
Okay. And is there a book that has inspired you the most, or do you have a favorite book?
I don't really read. I'm not really big on reading books. Um, I like to read, but I don't like reading biographies or autobiographies.
Mm-hmm.
None of that stuff. I just like I mentioned before. I like to look at other entrepreneurs, see how they're doing. That helps me. That inspires me a lot.
So would you say that you're more into like researching about other entrepreneurs and reading about how like their successfulness and stuff?
Maybe not reading, because I feel like when you're reading, they're telling you what they're doing, not
Mm-hmm.
exactly showing you. Hence why I like to see proof, which is like videos,
Yeah,
interviews, things like that.
that's understandable. And what is your favorite aspect, or like what's your favorite advantage to being an entrepreneur?
Um, you are your own boss. You don't have to take orders from anybody. You make the decisions, you do everything. And even though that I consider myself my own boss, I still take in mind the people who help me, and I definitely try to maintain fairness around it. So, but that's a huge advantage to me. It makes my life so much easier.
Well, thank you, Haley. I appreciate your time, and thank you for letting me interview you. I am very interested in your business, and some of my friends have actually bought from your business, and they love everything about your lip gloss and your makeup brushes and eyeshadow. It's just I think you're really striving in your business, and I hope that later on in the future things go splendid for you and that you become more successful.
Thank you so much. That actually means a lot. Tell your friends that I appreciate them buying and liking my products. That means a lot.
Of course, thank you.